This is going to be a quick video to show you how to find a regression line equation given a set of data values using Excel. And then we will use those same data values to find the value of the coefficient of determination, which will be r squared, and also to find what percentage of the variation in y can be explained by the corresponding variation in x, and the least squares line. And then we'll talk about what percentage is unexplained, and then we'll use that particular regression line to actually solve an equation or given a data value to find out what the corresponding y value will be. So first off, let's go ahead and insert a table of data values. First one's going to be an ordered pair of 1, and then 51, and then we will go and have 2, and then 41, and then we will have 5, and then 33, and then 6, and 26. It's just going to be a small data set just to give you an example. So then we highlight this, and then we'll come up and we will insert, and we will come over here to this icon. We'll use the drop down, and we're going to try to use, or we're going to insert a scatter plot. And now we've inserted those 4 data values. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and generate the regression line. So we'll right click on one of the data values, doesn't really matter, and we want to select add trend line. And over here on the right hand side, we're going to format the trend line. We want to make sure that the linear radio button is selected, and it is. And now we'll come down here and we're going to check display equation on chart. And this right here is our linear regression line. And in some online homework setups, they will have you do it backwards, have you write the y-intercept first and then write the slope of the regression line. Well, now that we've done that, we want to go ahead and answer some questions about this. So let's go ahead and find the coefficient of determination, which is r squared. And normally you would have to use your formulas that are rather tedious, but instead we're going to use the benefit of Excel. And so you just need to select some empty square somewhere. We'll go to formulas, we'll go to more functions, statistical, and then we're going to scroll through this list until we find the RSQ. Left click RSQ. Now notice here we have known y's and then known x's. So if in known y's you have selected this, you're just simply going to highlight your y column. And then under known x's, we're going to do the same thing and select our x column. And then we will left click OK. And this is our r squared. Let me just go ahead and put that in here. R squared, which is also known as the coefficient of determination. Which means if we want to talk about what percentage of the variation in y can be explained, this simply is going to become a percentage. Multiply by 100 to get 94 point, we'll round to 1 decimal place, 94.2%. And as I said, that's going to explain. So as I said, this is the percentage of the variation in y that can be explained by the corresponding variation in x and the least squares regression line. And if we subtract percent, we will end up with 5.80%. And that is going to be the percentage that is unexplained. Now, let's consider the fact that we want to find a value when x is equal to 3. That means that we're going to use our regression equation, which is y equals negative 43824x plus 53.088. So I've gone ahead and I've typed the regression line equation in this cell, and then I've gone ahead and evaluated the regression line equation for a value of 3, and we end up with 39.94%. And we can do that for any value between 1 and 6. If we choose something outside of that, say 7 or 9, those would not really work here because it's outside the range of our initial data set.